Detroit at Tampa Bay. We were just talking about David Montgomery, but the biggest news, I don't know if you've seen this, Tom, whilst we've been recording, looks like Sam Laporta has got a calf injury and is potentially out this week. Does that change anything for you attacking this game?
I think it makes Amon-Ra St. Brown 7.7k on DraftKings an absolute bargain, which I would be jamming in where possible. We saw it with the Lions last week. When you remove one of the pieces, which was Amon-Ra St. Brown, it just condenses to David Montgomery. It condensed to Sam Laporta. And I'd have every faith in that happening again this week. You look at this Tampa Bay team, and they allow 4.9 yards per carry, which is the sixth most among all defenses. I think that's absolutely an area which David Montgomery is going to attack. Jahmyr Gibbs is still not practicing, and Monty's had 55 touches in his last two games. Like, I am not a David Montgomery truther. I've banged the drum against him for years, but when he went to the Lions, it was very obvious that he was going to be very good in this offense doing what he does. In terms of the other players, I mean, it's a wait-and-see approach to see if Jameson Williams ever does anything. 2 touches last week for 2 yards. That's not going to get it done. I know people were asking whether he was startable, and I think the questions we answered last week, we kind of pointed people to just wait and see on Jameson Williams, and I'd still be there because I think he has a lot of ground to make up to be fantasy relevant. On the Bucs side of things, yeah, Mike Evans should be healthy. You mentioned it this week, Chris Godwin, 3 screens total when he's used to getting, 2.5 to 3 a game or something like that. It's so upsetting to see. I thought Chris Godwin was the safer play this year over Mike Evans because they were easier targets, But instead, Baker Mayfield is balling and pushing the ball downfield and doing really well with it. Rachaad White is absolutely startable. I think you can play him on DraftKings if you really feel like this game is one you want to attack from all angles because he's going to be so involved in the receiving game. But the Lions only allow 3.1 yards per carry on the ground, which is the second best. Their run defense has been fantastic for about a year now, and it's not one where I'd be actively looking to do it unless you're really just piling onto this game as a massive game stack.
Yeah, I don't think for me this is a matchup that I'm going to be attacking expecting those sort of massive blow-up weeks. I think that Chris Godwin, if Mike Evans is active, he could potentially be out of my top 36 wide receivers, which is wild to think when, he was so reliable week in, week out, but he's just not getting those manufactured touches that we're used to. And I think, I love Amon-Ra St. Brown. As long as he's full go, I think he could be an absolute beast. If Laporta is out, I think he's going to be someone that I'm trying to squeeze into every lineup wherever possible because he could be huge.